Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. After a 3-day state visit to the Sultanate, His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bids farewell to His Highness the Emir of the State of Kuwait. His Highness the Emir of the State of Kuwait leaves the Sultanate expressing his sincere thanks and appreciation to His Majesty the Sultan and the Omani citizens for the warm hospitality. In a statement to the Sultanate of Oman radio and television, His Excellency the Minister of Health says that the Sultanate achieves the 26th place worldwide on health welfare. And the Ministry of Housing completes the construction works of compensatory houses for citizens whose properties were affected by Oman cement factory. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. After a 3-day state visit to the Sultanate, His Majesty the Sultan bid farewell to His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmad Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, Emir of the State of Kuwait. His Majesty the Sultan hosted a private dinner party in honor of His Highness the Emir of Kuwait at Bayt al-Barakah yesterday evening. His Highness the Emir expressed his thanks and gratitude to the official and public reception he received and the generous hospitality he was surrounded with, along with his delegation, wishing His Majesty permanent health and happiness and more progress and welfare to the Omani nation under the wise leadership of His Majesty the Sultan. The visit of His Highness the Emir to the Sultanate witnessed a remarkable welcoming that reflected the depth of the relations between the leaders of the two countries and their brotherly nations, and demonstrated the level of bilateral cooperation in various political and economic domains, which has positive impact in terms of enhancing those relations so as to achieve welfare to citizens of the two countries as well as citizens of the GCC countries. The talks held between His Majesty and His Highness the Emir also obtained a noticeable attention from different political and media means, as local Gulf and Arab newspapers showcased pictures of His Majesty and His Highness the Emir, highlighting the strong ties binding Muscat and Kuwait. His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmad Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, Emir of the State of Kuwait, and his delegation left the country today. They were seen off at the Royal Airport by His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers. Upon departure, His Highness the Emir expressed his sincere thanks and appreciation to His Majesty the Sultan for the warm hospitality he received from His Majesty, the government and the Omani citizens, praying to Almighty Allah to bestow upon His Majesty health and long life and to achieve more progress to Oman. He was also seen off by His Highness Sayyid Haytham bin Tariq Al Saeed, Minister of Heritage and Culture, head of the Mission of Honor accompanying His Highness the Emir. His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Hamad bin Saeed Al Ibrahim, Sultanate's accredited ambassador to Kuwait, and members at the Embassy of Kuwait in Muscat. His Highness the Emir was accompanied during his visit by an official delegation. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has received a cable of thanks from His Majesty Emperor Akihito of Japan in reply to His Majesty's cable of greetings on his birthday. His Majesty the Sultan has sent a cable of greetings to His Majesty Sultan Haji Hassan Al Bulakir of Brunei Darussalam on his country's National Day. And His Majesty sent a similar cable to His Excellency President David Arthur Granger of Guyana on his country's National Day. The 22nd edition of Muscat International Book Fair kicked off today at the Oman Convention and Exhibition Center, activities of which will last until the 4th of March. Around 750 publishing houses from 37 countries are taking part in the book fair. The total titles of the books listed in the website reached 450,000. A number of activities, cultural and artistic programs will be held during this period. The total area of the exhibition is more than 12,000 square meters, consisting of 1,200 wings. The inauguration ceremony was held under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Abdul Mun'im bin Mansour Al-Ahsani, Minister of Information. The Sultanate came 26th in the world level and the second in the Arab level in the field of health welfare. This was clarified by His Excellency Dr. Ahmed Mohammed Al-Saidi, Minister of Health, in a statement to the Sultanate of Oman Radio and Television. It is worth mentioning that the state of Qatar achieved the first place in the Arab region. The 7th Pharmaceutical Care Conference, in collaboration with the Accreditation Council of Pharmacy Education in the United States of America, started in Muscat. The 3-day conference is organized by the Ministry of Health in the Governorate of Muscat. It witnesses the participation of international and local specialists in the field of pharmaceutical practices. The conference plays a big role in qualifying and preparing pharmaceutical cadres in the scientific and practical sides to keep pace with the development being witnessed by medicine generally and pharmacy specifically. The participation of international and local organizations such as the American Society for Health System Specialists, Institute of Safe Medication Practices, and International Pharmaceutical Federation in the conference is aimed to improve the knowledge of pharmacists. These organizations presented 45 work papers on the latest pharmaceutical techniques and products. The conference is accompanied by an exhibition in which the biggest international companies showcased their medicines along with providing pharmaceutical consultations. The opening ceremony of the conference was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al-Saidi, Minister of Health. The Center of Preservation of Environment, affiliated to Diwan of Royal Court, organized a scientific lecture entitled Arabian Oryx Under Protection and in the Wild. During the lecture, the office reviewed the history of the Arabian oryx in the Sultanate and the future vision of the national project for preserving them. The lecture also discussed the mechanisms of breeding of oryx and protecting it from illegal hunting. It as well called upon the need to collaborate efforts to establish a veterinary biobank for wild animals in the Sultanate. It is worth mentioning that the number of Arabian oryx in the Sultanate's reserves, especially Ja'loon Reserve, reached around 600. The tender board awarded during its second meeting of the year a number of projects and additional works which completed development projects with a total value of more than 5 million Omani riyals. The projects included providing maternity services for private sector hospitals in the Governorate of North Batna, providing the medical references and publications for the medical e-library, as well as the logistic services for the institutions and hospitals affiliated to the Ministry of Health. Still to come in our news bulletin. The National Records and Archives Authority of the Sultanate of Oman opened the Oman House Missouri Hall exhibition in Mombasa Fort, Kenya. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. In order to facilitate parents' observance to their children in school buses, the Ministry of Education signs an agreement with Oman Telecommunication Company to provide digital cameras on school buses. The digital cameras are linked to a smartphone application named Parents. Through this application, parents will be able to monitor their children while on the bus. This initiative by the ministry will help strengthen the safety and security of children in the school buses. The agreement in its first phase will cover 450 school buses in the governorate of Muscat before moving to other governorates of the Sultanate at a later stage. The Ministry of Housing completed the construction works of compensatory houses for citizens whose properties were affected by Oman's cement factory in the wilaya of Boshar. The 98 houses were built with modern and different designs at a cost of more than 6.5 million Omani riyals. The houses, which will be distributed to citizens next month, are built in residential areas with lighting, roads and other facilities that meet the necessary requirements of contemporary residential neighborhoods. The Royal Navy of Oman RNO continued the activities of its annual marine exercises Sharp Dagger at the Sea of Oman with the participation of a group of naval ships from other friendly countries supported by Royal Air Force of Oman jets. Rear Admiral Abdullah bin Khamis al-Raisi, commander of RNO, along with a number of senior officers, watched the exercise and got acquainted with its methods and significance in exchanging expertise with the participating countries. He was also briefed about exercise activities and tasks of the ships participating in the exercise. Under the patronage of the Cabinet Secretary of Sports, Culture and Arts in Kenya, the official opening of the Oman House Mazuri Hall exhibition in Mombasa Fort, just carried out by the National Records and Archives Authority of the Sultanate of Oman, was held. More details in the following report by Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubi'i.
The historical connection through interchange of cultural values and influence between the people of Oman and Kenya was revealed in a ceremony held in Mombasa at the official opening of the refurbished Omani House and Mazrui Hall exhibition in the historical Fort Jesus. Amid the presence of the government officials and huge number of people of Mombasa, many of whom have the connection with Oman. During the ceremony, a number of speeches were presented by the officials from Kenya and whom they have commended the collaboration between the concerned institutions of the two countries.
I'm amazed that, there was a lot of information here that we didn't know before about Oman and Kenya, and it enhances further the kind of historical learnings that even our young people can learn from this gallery. So we're really appreciative. And we really want to thank the people of Oman for having cooperated with us.
Very proud to be linked to the Sultanate of Oman because our civilization and the Mombasa people and the Swahili community is the interaction between the two communities, the African Swahili community and the Arab communities. And that's why we are proud today. The Sultanate of Oman has brought this relationship even closer. This exhibition portrays the real aspect of culture. And today I have said very clear that the narrative that has been written is always a negative narrative. The celebration of the liberating of Mombasa city and the fight between the Omani army and the Portuguese was a victory, but it's not being portrayed positively. It's portrayed as this is the site for the Portuguese. So the history that has really brought this civilization of Swahili culture, I think needs to be portrayed positively.
Omani Arabs traveled and many have made this part of East Africa their homes, and since then there has been a lot of collaboration, including the capture of the fort from the Portuguese, sanctioned by delegates of elders representing Mombasa people. The interactions has been endless since then, and it still exists till today, with the evidence of great partnership of the Sultanate and Kenya, in which this project was implemented.
This occasion today is a special occasion which reminds us of the old history taught in our schools. At Sir Ali bin Salim School in Malindi, when I was in class 4 and 5, the story of how Portuguese were pushed away by Omanis during the 16th century.
Dr. Hamid Al-Dhawyani, the chairman of National Authority of Archives and Record, in his speech narrated the history behind the historical relationship and commended the good collaboration between the two institutions.
The Omani eco-friendly home was opened in the Sultan Qaboos University. Such homes are designed in a way to reduce energy consumption and rationalize water usage as well as preserve electricity. It was built in a way to blend the Omani architecture with the modern one. Eco homes also reduce buildings' negative impact on human health and the environment through better design, construction and maintenance. The College of Banking and Financial Studies organized an open day for its students and employees. It included a number of activities in addition to plays, poetic sessions, and student projects. The event was accompanied by some competitions and a market for small and medium enterprises products. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. After a 3-day state visit to the Sultanate, His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bids farewell to His Highness the Emir of State of Kuwait. His Highness the Emir of the State of Kuwait leaves the Sultanate, expressing his sincere thanks and appreciation to His Majesty the Sultan, the Omani people, and for their warm hospitality. In a statement to the Sultanate of Oman Radio and Television, His Excellency the Minister of Health says that the Sultanate achieves the 26th place worldwide on health welfare. And the Ministry of Housing completes the construction works of compensatory houses for citizens whose properties were affected by Oman cement factory. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.